So I've been trying to see lately what the Yojimbo 2 can and cannot do. And this is a 4mm blade at the top, saber ground, and then it tapers down in a hollow grind, of course, and then you can see here the actual cutting bevel that Spyderco put was very shallow of an angle. Like you can, as represented by the height of that bevel, you see it's a very high bevel. It's very visible, and so that means the actual angle itself is very acute. You can see that the slant of that cutting bevel. Compared to my Tula, same thing, 4mm hollow grind, and then my bevel, because this is CPM 154 cm. This edge here, the steel, in my opinion, isn't able to keep a shallow angle, keep that edge, how I say, stable in line through use. And so you can see that my knife here now has a much, see, it's hard to even see the actual cutting bevel because it's very, how I say, short, because it's very obtuse, the opposite of this. So what I want to see then, first, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show these two just cutting through wood, the concept of cutting through wood. I mean, how this would perform through other mediums, I'm not showing, but just a quick comparison between these two knives cutting against wood. S3V is very stable and seems to be able to hold an edge much better than CPM 154. So this little shallow working angle that comes with it is very nice, and I kind of wanted to do a little example of this, a little comparison. The initial sharpness of the Yojimbo is very sharp. You can see, slides right through. Okay, my Tula, fortunately my Tula has that thicker angle, so it's got much more resistance. But okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 25 cuts in the wood with the front portion of the Tula, and we're going to see how I will do with the middle portion back here, and we'll see how it changes over time and how well this cuts into this wood. Okay, so 50 cuts with the Tula. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You can see how it cuts. 4. No, let's do it. So we'll do 10 cuts actually. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's that frame lock bar now engaging further in, right? Because of that pressure. So that's how I did those 10 cuts. Okay. Now here's this, we'll do over here somewhere. Okay, right here. Now here's the Yojimbo, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See? Let's try testing it again. Still good. Still so good. Now we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here's where you're going to see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now here's why actually I started doing this test. As you can see, this knife, same as the same basically blade, but this just has a slight modified worn clip. But I'm not using the area, a slight belly. This knife with that obtuse working angle, you can see it just took shavings off. Now when I started using this one, I noticed something different about this knife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Yojimbo, with its more shallow edge angle, is a little bit better at cutting into the wood. It is able to take more thicker pieces out. Just something interesting, and that's why I want to do this video. See, watch. Let's try now. Again, sharpen this. Definitely got some. That's still real smooth. Let's see. Make a mess, right? That's fine. I mean, it's kind of not. It's not like perfect smooth anymore, but okay. Yojimbo. Tula. See? There's definitely some snags. See? I would say at this point it's not the, in my opinion, it's not that it's tearing the paper because it's separating it too fast from the edge angle. I think it's actually the steel. Let's do another 10 now with the Tula. Let's see, we'll go over here on this side. So I just noticed that, like, you know, right now I'm getting into that corner, so I'm getting nice thicker chunks. 3, 4, 5, 6, oh heck, 7, look at that, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 1, 2, see, look at the size of those chunks. 3. Okay. 4. 5. You can see these walnut pieces right here. 6. See, look at that. 7. 8. 9. 10. Much better. See? Now let's try sharpness again. It's okay. Got one little area now. Let's see, right over here. Let's see. One. Okay. And now the Yojimbo. Told you. Again, 10 more cuts. I know, not the most exciting video, right? But see, here we're on the flat portion, right? Here's the Yojimbo, here's this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's about 10 right there. Okay, Yojimbo, again, flat portion. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is hard because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see it's yeah, and that was on a wider portion too, and that has got no belly on it. Let's try it again, Tula. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see. They're trying to do it in that area. Hope you guys can see this. Better frame? Okay. It kind of has to. Well, the Yojimbo. Is this on camera? Okay. So this isn't a frame. See? Much more smooth on this side. So I much prefer the S30 over the CPM 154. You know, I dropped my tip of my Tula, you know, I was messing around with it, and hit the ground, and the tip broke off. So you can see it's actually rather curved. You go back, watch those videos, and ever since I've just never liked the choice of 154 for this knife. You know, I've always felt that that's kind of a weakness, definitely. This one up here. Okay, we'll go on these corners here. One and over here. Okay. So Tula again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty nice. Yojimbo. 1, 2. Look at that. Jeez. Let me just take these chunks out. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine. Let's see. Yeah. So that's what we end up with there. Let me see what the Tula did. Well, Tula was like that. Yojimbo. So, not a humongous amount of difference, but I did notice this, so I want to put it on camera. And I also did notice that it's easier to do when the edge is more shallow of an angle. See here, that portion right there, right? So. Tula. This is not a good comparison to show necessarily. This isn't a good test of 154's edge retention, and in terms of like which edge angles on here, because they're not both 154 or CPM 154. So if this was shallow and this was obtuse and they're both the same steel, then we could see. This is more just to show the general performance of a more shallow angle on that, but might as well do this too. How a shallow angle hollow grind with a 4mm thick blade cuts into that. I mean, overall the 154 is decent too, you see. I had to definitely tinker with this one to get it, to figure out just that angle that would keep it stable, to keep the edge in line. You know, definitely good. The same. It's not like it's not as smooth as the Yojimbo, that's for sure. You know, I think you guys can hear it and maybe see it. I can feel it. Like, see, here's the see, it needs some help. You see, there's some spots. See, because here on the flip side, here comes the Yojimbo, and then. Well, That wasn't so good. I might mess that up. Let's get a new piece of paper. Good way to recycle and find some use for this stuff. There's the Yojimbo. All these cuts are made with the part here. Well, there are some spots definitely on the S30 now. Yeah, it's snagging, got some spots. And some spots on Tula. Actually, in the end, I would say both of them end up kind of I guess, unsimilar then, huh? This one has some little spots where it's catching now, and so does the Yojimbo. But the edge angles, different steels. You can hear where they catch. Well, regardless, main point of this video was to show how the more shallow edge angle on a hollow grind would do better for cutting in the wood. Because I was under the normal impression that because I was using this Tula to do cutting through wood outdoors, that a hollow grind wouldn't get very deep into the wood. I mean, it still doesn't. I mean, depending how how thick of the wood you're cutting all the time. I mean, if I was doing this, then I would choose something that would split the wood better. But I mean, if I'm like cutting into thinner branches or things like that, definitely I would pick this one up with this edge angle over this. But I mean, but it's not so bad. That's the main thing. It wasn't so, the performance wasn't. Yeah, so just not as smooth. Not bad, but just not as. Go slowly. Let's see. Wait till my camera resets it. So that's basically almost like a. 16 minutes. It'll reset.